Yes, it's my name is Mohit Kaushik. I'm from SSC College of Engineering. Today, I'm going to teach you guys about case study of wireless technologies in industrial applications. So, let's get started. So, let's give me a brief introduction about this topic. In this current generation, technology is at its best. Many improved technologies are more facile than they have been before. Wi-Fi, which stands for wireless fidelity, is a wireless way to handle networking. This functionality allows computers, smartphones, or other contrivances to connect to the internet or communicate with one another wirelessly within a particular area. Wireless is a term that describes telecommunications where the electromagnetic waves carry the signals over a part or all of the communication path. In the earlier 20th century, there were wireless transmitters that went on air using Morse code through radio telegraphy. It was called radio because modulation was made possible. Modulation is used to transmit voices and music via this wireless medium ratio. Wireless technology is the biggest contribution to mankind thus far and is rapidly evolving. Already, a large number of people rely on the technology directly or indirectly. Before wireless was invented and implemented, many industries used wired technologies for communication, which has many disadvantages. Also, it was impossible for communication to be established over the longer distances and was not reliable. Due to this, wireless technology was introduced. There are many benefits and advantages to wireless when compared to other technologies. So, moving on to the next slide, we're going to discuss about the different types of wireless technologies. There are many different types of wireless devices that have been used with wireless communication. So users can communicate even from remote areas. For example, a satellite is used for communicating all over the world using wireless communications in closed environment like colleges, banks, offices, industries, etc. The communication or the transfer of the data is done with the help of wireless sensors, networks such as RF modems, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and Zigbee. When we use wireless sensors, networks over cable networks, there are many advantages like it is reliable, it is authenticated, cables are not used, and blah 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 blah. So you can look at this picture here. This is wireless technology. So let us four kinds. We have four kinds of wireless technology. First one is RF modem, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and Zigbee. So let me brief you guys about the RF module. The RF module is used to operate the radio frequency, and usually the frequency range varies between 30 kilohertz and 300 gigahertz. Advantages of RF. RF is used for radio and television transmissions and also for cellular mobile phone service. It is also useful in many medical applications, including MRIs, which are used for taking images of the human body, and diathermy instruments for surgery. It is used for object detection by radar technology. Disadvantages of RF. So, what are the disadvantages of RF? If radiation is uncontrolled, then it will have serious impacts like which will affect children's, older patients with pacemakers, birds, and small insects. So it is really dangerous for health. So RF module is influenced by the following factors: sensitivity of the receiver, transmission power, and line of sight. So, as we all know about Bluetooth, as we all use Bluetooth in our day-to-day lives to listen to music and shit. So, Bluetooth was initially developed in the 1994 by a Swedish mobile phone maker, Ericsson. So, Ericsson is a pretty good company to let laptop computers make phone calls over mobile phone. Since then, many different companies have planned to make Bluetooth a lower power short range wireless standard for a wide range of devices. So, Bluetooth is a short range technology used for personal area networks and supports ad hoc networks. The main aim of Bluetooth is to provide universal short-range wireless capability with a 2.4 gigahertz band. Two Bluetooth devices can share up to 720 kbps within 10 meter of each other. So, what are the advantages of Bluetooth? Bluetooth is easy to connect for sharing data files with other devices. It uses low power signals, which is an advantage of consuming less battery than other devices. It has the ability to connect 7 Bluetooth devices at a range of 30 feet, forming a piconet. So, what are the disadvantages? The data rate of Bluetooth is 1 Mbps, which is slow when compared with infrared. It is easy to intercept and is vulnerable to attacks because of the high range and radio frequency. No inbuilt line of sight for insecurity, and it can be like more easily hacked than infrared. So Wi-Fi is I don't think I'm gonna teach you guys about the Wi-Fi because we all use Wi-Fi at homes. So let me brief you about Wi-Fi, and we'll move to the next slide. Wi-Fi is a short for wireless fidelity, which is a way for wireless devices to communicate. Okay, it is also Wi-Fi Alliance name for a wireless standard or a protocol that is used for wireless communications. So, what are the advantages of Wi-Fi? No wires are needed for establishing an internet connection here, and users can access the internet anywhere, okay, anytime, and can freely move anywhere within the range of Wi-Fi and can use the internet in the surrounding area, just like your houses or airport or a cafe. Cheaper than the wired network, wired communications. So, with advantages, there comes a bit of disadvantages. So, wireless connection speed can be sometimes slow when compared to wired connections, but that does not make it less reliable or this thing. When the weather conditions are bad, it slows down the internet speed due to the lack of proper Wi-Fi signals, that is frequency. Setting up a wireless connection is not cheap, especially in a large facility, because companies need many routers and access points to set up the internet connection. Last but not the least, Zigbee is the wireless technology developed to address the needs of low cost, low power wireless machine to machine networks and operates on the IEEE 802.15.4 physical ratio specification. The frequency bands on which Zigbee operates are 868 megahertz, 915 megahertz, and 2.4 gigahertz, and the maximum data rate is 250 kilobytes per second. So one of the major advantages of using Zigbee is that these devices are capable of operating for several years before the battery needs to be replaced. So let us compare the two wireless technologies. The first one is Bluetooth versus Wi-Fi. The second one is Zigbee versus Bluetooth. I won't explain you guys about this. You can just look at the screen and figure out. If you can't figure out, you're not fit to be listening to my classes. So I hope you guys figured it out. Pause the video, figure it out. No much of time here. Thank you guys. Thank you. This is my last video. Signing off. I hope I'll never see you guys again.